Hello, in this tutorial I'm going to demonstrate the use of some debugging techniques in a program that has functions. There is a discussion about using the debugger, I believe, in Module 3, and this one will take us a little farther. So what I'm going to show you is program 5-14 bathtub volume calc, and that is a demo project. The source code is in your book, and I've arranged it to have functions.h and functions.cpp, and I've also entered some mistakes into the code so it doesn't work right. When you're debugging, the first thing you need to look for are syntax errors, and here's some right here. Look at all the red squigglies. What does it say? It says ask tub dim ellipse tub dimensions is undefined, and so are these other two functions. Well, that's not good. Why are they undefined? Well, see, they're defined in functions.h, but it looks like I've forgotten to put a pound include for functions.h in my driver. And indeed, that took care of those squigglies. That's an easy one to take care of. This one's a little harder. I have squigglies under the get line. It says the get line is undefined. Well, no, it isn't. I have IOStream. GetLine is defined in IOStream, and so is CN, so I should be okay. Now, what is answer? Answer is a string, and I create that variable up here, and everything's fine, except, and this is one of C++ compiler's little jokes on us. It says that getLine is undefined. Well, it is undefined because answer is a string, and I did not include pound include string. So string is not properly defined, even though it recognizes what it is, and so therefore getLine is undefined. Okay, so don't capitalize your pound include. There we go. And now you see that goes away. So instead of telling us you need an include for string, it says that getLine is undefined. You have to analyze the whole expression sometimes to find out where the real error is. Okay, so I don't see any more red squigglies. I'm going to save that. No more squigglies. And so I'm going to run my program. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's running. How great. What's my tub length? My tub length is 59 inches, and my tub width is 39 inches. And the number of gallons I'm going to allow for is 25 gallons. Oh, okay. So I have two things to check. I need to check and make sure that this is the correct answer, 3.33619 inches of water. And look, after I do that, it says, do you want to check another bathtub? And then it says, thank you for you. It's done. It skipped me giving an answer to this question. Well, let's see how we can figure out what happened. That's over here. Do you want to check another bathtub? So I'm going to put a breakpoint in here, and I am going to debug. This green triangle is a shortcut to the debugger. You can always use the debug menu, but I just take the shortcut because it's right there. Okay, so the tub length was 59 inches and the tub width was 39 inches and the gallons were 25. So I have some answers. Okay, that part's working fine. And so I'm going to use my single step right here, step over F10, and I'm going to get to getLine. And I'm going to step over getLine, and what is answer? Answer is blank. Well, getLine's supposed to read a string, and yet it's reading a blank. How did that happen? Because it didn't even give me a chance to put in my answer. See? I'm right here, and it won't accept yes. Whoops, let me show you. It won't accept me putting in yes or no. It is not accepting my answer because it went right past it. Okay, getLine, the function of getLine is to read a line to the enter key. It consumes the enter key and throws it away. If you read something with the cin and don't use a cin.ignore to consume the enter key, because it is left by cin. Cin only reads to the white space. So then the first thing that getLine is going to see in the queue, in the stream, is going to be an enter key, an enter or next line. And so what it'll do is what it's supposed to do. It will consume it and throw it away, and it figures, okay, I'm done. So the usual cause for this is that I have used a cin somewhere and I did not use my cin.ignore. So I'm going to stop debugging for now, and I'm going to go over to the edit function, find and replace, find in files. And what I'm looking for is cin, and I want to find all of them. Okay. So here are all my cins. I'm going to look at this one. If I double click on the item, it will take me to where it is. Did I put in a cin.ignore here? No, but I put one in down here, and that should take care of both of them. So well, I don't actually have to go back to my output, although I could, because I just saw what happened. Look, in this function, I used cin and I did not put in cin.ignore. It doesn't matter what scope your cin is in. The cin stream is global for your program. So if you leave out an ignore in a function, then it will bite you in main or in another function. So you have to make sure that you put in all your cin.ignores. Let's see if that's enough. Okay, tub length was 59, tub width was 39, 25 gallons, and look, it's working now. And I can say, no, I don't want to, and it says thank you. Okay, so far my program is running. That's pretty good. Now I need to make sure that this is the correct answer, 3.33619. How am I going to do that? Well, what we've done in the past is we've calculated it by hand and checked out our answer. So let me get a Word doc up. All right, and we will do a test case where the length okay, so here we are getting ready to check out our test case, and we have the length equals 59 inches, the width equals 39 inches, and gallons equals 25. Okay, so our equation for determining the number of inches, in order to do that, first we have to determine the surface area of the water, and that's going to be pi times the major axis of the ellipse times the minor axis of the ellipse. Okay, so the major axis is equal to the length divided by 2, which is going to be, and I'm going to use my calculator because I've been known to have poor mental math before, and that is 59 divided by 2, so that's going to be 29.5 inches. Okay, and the minor axis is going to be 39 divided by 2, which will be 19.5 inches. Okay, if so I'm going to say pi, which is 3.14159 in my book, times 29.5 times 19.5, and that's going to equal, let's see, I already have 19.5, so I'm going to multiply by 29.5. Oops, that didn't work, silly me. Start over. 3.14159 times 29.5 times 19.5. That's 1807 I'm going to say 0.2 square inches, because that is an area. Then I want to find out the depth of the water. So first I'm going to find the volume. And the volume of the water is going to be equal to the gallons. Okay, the gallons. Well, how many, and I know that there are 231 cubic, inches per gallon. So, in order to make that work, I have 25 gallons, and there's 231, so I'm going to multiply those. And that's going to be 25 times 231, which is going to be equal to 5775 cubic inches of water. Now, I know the surface area, it's 1807, and so I want to know the depth. So the depth is going to be the volume divided by the surface area. Okay, and that's going to be 5775 divided by 1807.2, and the answer is 5775 divided by 1807.2 equals 3.196. I'm going to go with 3 decimal places just for grins. 3.196 inches deep. Now, what was the answer we got last time? We got 3.336. Well, that's not a lot different, but it's a little different. Let's see. Let's check our program and see what we used for pi. That will tell us something maybe. 3.1415. Oh, it even had 3 more decimal places. I think we have a little computational issue because we are off in the first decimal place. So let's take a look at, where's our computations? They start here with the major axis. So I'm going to keep track of what my previous depth was equal to 3.33619. No, 1 point. 3.33619 inches. Okay, so I'm going to keep track of that. I'm going to close my window and I'm going to debug again, and this time I'm going to see what's happening in my calculations. Okay, the tub length was 59, the width was 39. Okay, so we're going to be calculating major axis. I'm going to use, what's the length? The length is 59, that's what we put in. So, and we don't have an answer here because there isn't, the calculation hasn't been completed yet. You have to go to the next line. So let's go to the next line using F10, and we find out that we're getting 29. Huh. When we did it before, we got 29.5. Well, how did that happen? We put in 59. Half of 59 is 29.5. Oh, here's the problem. The length is an integer. And 2 is an integer. We are using integer arithmetic, which means we are throwing away the decimal places, and it's making our answer a little bit wrong. So we have a couple of choices on how to fix that, because you know the same problem is going to happen with the minor axis. We can either change length and width to floats, or if we make this a floating point number, it will promote length, and then it won't be integer arithmetic anymore. I think that I'm going to make this a float. That's the more straightforward way. So let's try it now. Now I'm going to run it again without debugging and see what answer I get. 59, 39, 25, and now I get 3.19555, and the answer I had, whoops, I lost that. Let me check it again. Here it is. I found my Word document. I had 3.196, which is definitely equivalent to 3.1955 if we just round up. So we have the correct answer now that we took care of that integer arithmetic. Pretty good, huh? Okay, so now our program is working correctly, and we've debugged a couple of syntax errors. We debugged a funny behavior with getLine, and we also debugged a bad calculation. If you have any questions, be sure to email me, and I'll see you next time.